We're joined with the original cast members from the Tomorrow People, Mr. Nigel Rhodes, Mr. Mike Holloway, and of course, Mr. Nicholas Young. My name's PVC, aka Peter Vaughan Clark. I used to be in the TV series, but not anymore.
It was the smell of the armpits, Pete.
It's sad people can buy the early DVDs and watch him all over again. If there are any left after he's finished buying up the stock.
Yes, that's true.
So, Nigel, do you remember that entrance?
I don't actually remember that, no, I've got to say.
Do you remember any entrances, Peter?
I remember all mine. Actually, I was going to say, I mean, Nigel, this is... Obviously, you knew of the Tomorrow People before, because you had your own TV series before the Tomorrow People.
Yeah, I did.
The Kids from 47A.
Oh,
something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, I used to watch it. I loved it. So, how did you feel about coming into something like?
I really wanted to do this because this had always been my favourite show when I was a kid. So to actually get in the show itself was just amazing.
It must have been quite weird.
Yeah, very odd.
Because when we started, it wasn't really
How much did it cost you?
that well known. Well, mind you, I suppose when you started, it was well known, Mike.
It was well known. You guys had basically run in the formula by then. But
Right.
for you guys, it must have been very exciting because, of course, it was a pilot,
Yeah.
an idea,
Yeah.
evolved into the series.
Yeah.
I was like Nigel. I obviously joined it when it was a formula running and very successful. So we just helped to make it even more successful.
Who's that? Is that Mike?
That's you. That's
me.
you in your
That's
bedroom.
Oh, bless.
So now you do live in the.
Separate beds,
Well,
I'm glad to see.
Looks rather nice there.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's too tight. We've all had the same dream, I remember now.
Oh, no.
That's quite good, that head. Its eyes
not
are
bad,
moving.
yeah.
Not too bad.
It's a
So
real
you did make,
Oh, now
a
that is
comeback,
even
Peter. Underneath the armpits.
Oh, look.
Ah, there's your famous fist.
See?
There's
Peter.
my hand.
Yes. Couldn't get rid of Peter's fist in all 70 episodes.
My hair in that is just unbelievable.
Very cute.
All smarmed down.
Your hairy what? What did you say?
My hair in that shot.
Oh, your
is
hair.
Just, oh, lovely.
Thought
Does
you were talking about your
Does
spawn.
Nigel actually know that that's PVC's hand?
Oh, right, yeah.
is that your hand?
That is my hand,
Oh, I
yeah.
never knew that.
You see?
They used the hand,
He went on to become a puppeteer.
just like that episode we watched yesterday. Oh, look at that.
That is excellent.
See, that's what alcohol does.
Yeah.
Now, this is Andrew's son. No,
Dominic Allen.
That's right.
Dominic
He used to be an announcer, didn't he?
Yeah, the sports announcer.
Sports announcer.
For LBC.
He couldn't resist stopping at the end of every scene and giving the sports results. You remember?
Yeah.
He walked around with that little transistor radio, didn't he?
That's
with the
right.
earpiece in his ear constantly.
That's it. Couldn't leave
Very
it alone.
tall man.
He looks very tall, actually,
Very
doesn't he?
tasteful wallpaper in the background there, look. Do you think we're in Scotland?
It could be.
Eh?
I've got to say, though, when he grabbed you, he did grab you.
Did he really?
Yeah,
He was
when
a
he
big boy, was he?
When he when he tucked me in the cell, it was like, whoosh.
Oh, this was another of Roger's inverted prejudices, wasn't it? This was making this man into be a religious nutcase.
He does, isn't he? Come and pray, Nigel.
Hey, spare the rod and spoil the
Up to your
child.
room. I'll get me belt to you.
It's quite scary, really. Yeah.
Bit of headache acting here.
Good hairdo, though, after you've been
Very
sleeping.
similar this morning, actually, Mike.
Tim moves.
That's the first time I've seen Tim's balls moving, actually.
Yeah.
Now I want you to look at that dressing gown I'm wearing. It's a very famous piece of kit.
Is it? What about that?
Oh,
Oh,
That's so good. Thanks, Tim.
marvellous.
How did
Magical.
you feel about working with Sutai? Did you understand anything she said?
I
To be quite
was
blunt.
going to say, yeah, there were a few times. I've got to say.
We've got a presentation, boys. Look, we've actually got the dressing
original
gown.
dressing
Oh,
gown
God.
that he's wearing.
Nick Young has just got in the dressing gown.
Listeners, you can't see it, we can, but that dressing gown that
actually
he
got
is
it with you.
wearing.
Is still around.
How bizarre.
I still wear it. I wore it this morning as I got out of bed.
Did you really?
Excellent.
Yes, I have a knife.
Very frugal.
It was most disturbing.
Well, that's lovely. Where did you get it from, Nick?
I bought it after the show.
Did you pay? They
I
charge
paid
you?
good money for it.
My God. Oh, that's right. They gave you 50% off all the clothes.
That's right.
That's right.
Did you buy anything, Nigel?
I can't recall. I don't think I bought a bubble skin.
Hideous head sword. What was yours?
That was in the days before safe sex, though, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely so.
As near as damn it.
Not just you two. A hideous headless Highlander just about to...
Hideous Headless Highlander. Try and say that when you've had a gin and
Good
tonic.
bit of alliteration there.
Was that a head?
Eh?
And carrying a sword?
Ah.
Where
Well, of course, fortunately, we know what she saw in her dream. We don't have to have her tell us, do we? Because we had the same dream.
You better remember that if you.
How come Elizabeth's back, though? I thought she was off having babies in the last lot.
No, she's there, isn't she? That must be one of the other
apparently.
ones.
$4,000 question?
Because there's, yes.
So where did you audition for this, Nigel? Because I auditioned at Thames. Where did you audition for this? For your
I did.
cast?
I auditioned.
Was it at Thames?
At Thames, yeah.
Yeah.
And I showed Vic Hughes my knees. I think that's what got me the audition.
Oh,
For the
wonderful.
kilt.
Knobbly knee
Just pulled
contest.
them up and just went, yeah, I've got good knees.
Good knees. Job done.
They liked that, yeah, and that was it. I was
That was
in.
good enough.
Oh.
What about you, Nick? Where did you get involved with?
I auditioned at Thames Television, had offices in Euston Road in those days. It's now in our building that belongs to the Inland Revenue, I think.
Well, I don't
Oh,
know.
right.
Perhaps dreams
Weren't you working for Hazel Malone at the time?
My agent.
Yes.
Yes.
So you answered the phone and put your photograph forward.
Yes, I was in a position to make sure that my photograph went forward along with nobody else's. Yes.
Sorry. Oh, didn't you receive all the other 20 that you requested?
right, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, they made the right choice, let's face it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just made it easier for them.
Excellent. Go on, Dominic.
Good grief, a calculator. That's pretty
Good
advanced
grief,
stuff for
a
those
kilt.
days.
Tea, Dad.
Thanks,
I must admit, Nigel, your accents are very good.
Yeah.
They are very good, you know.
You're a good lad.
So, did you have a choice, Andrew, of appearing in the episodes in chains and your jockstrap, or a kilt, or was there any choice?
Son.
There was no choice in the first series, but then I said I didn't want to wear the kilt in the second series, so they put me in bell-bottom tartan trousers,
Oh,
which I
that's
thought...
Oh, of course, the basically rollers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So I
Was
thought...
Roger Price Scottish in any way?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Because he seemed to have this thing. 'Cause I was Stephen Jameson, who was Scottish. You were Scottish.
And the fees were crap.
And the fees were
Yeah,
rubbish.
you're probably right, yes.
See, the money we spent changing the castle into a hotel was far more than I expected. Pushed us too deeply into debt. I'm sorry, but there it is.
We could attract people to come and stay here. We could advertise. Stay at the haunted castle. Ghosts guaranteed. Money back if you don't see one.
You've been listening to old Angus. You know, if we gave that sort of guarantee, we'd be giving everyone their money back. I've lived in this castle all my life. And my father before me. And I don't recall any ghosts.
Angus saw a ghost.
Oh, he was drunk.
Aye, I know. And on your whiskey. I was there.
You were what?
Come with me, Dad. I want to show you something. I heard Angus singing some drunken song last night.
Bless.
It's a fabulous skirt.
It
Yeah,
is
you
a nice...
carry it well.
it's
The
a very
waggle,
nice
the waggle of the
kilt.
kilt is excellent.
Yes.
Did you wear pants?
type-
It has to
what
be
type-
asked.
Oh, yes, I did.
Ah.
Yes, I didn't go commando on this one.
Didn't you?
Yeah,
No.
what's worn under the kilt? Nothing worn under main kilt. That's all in Patrick working on.
Now, this isn't. I've seen this, and this isn't very clever of the character to actually tell his dad that he's.
No, he's producing
not
ghosts.
the best thing to say to your dad.
No.
You know, I can tell.
It's
a
the
headless-
rebel.
Yeah.
Gave the old rascal a proper fright.
Playing it a bit like Mr. Hudson from Upstairs Downstairs, you remember?
How did you do it?
Oh yes.
Oh, here we go.
This.
Oh,
He's breaking out.
Andrew, what are you doing?
He's
Don't you know
breaking
you're
out.
going to end up in a cell?
Well, actually, you don't break out. You've already broken out, haven't
Yeah.
you? You're just being a bit of a rascal.
Incredible stuff.
So do we know he's one of us at this time? We don't, do we?
No,
So
you haven't got a clue yet.
You can see why I bought the dressing gown. I look very elegant.
It
don't
is
I?
very nice.
Very Nell Coward, isn't it?
I can't believe you brought it in.
yeah, it does smell a bit actually. Can you take it out again?
The amazing thing is, it's entirely synthetic. There's no wool in it at all, and yet it's got holes in it, so the moths obviously hadn't liked it.
Well, it's you can put it on eBay. You'll be.
Very much, thank you, Tim.
It's funny the way he moves about now, Tim, isn't it?
Well,
Well,
has anyone got any ideas as to why we should all start dreaming about a hideous, headless Highlander?
He loves that one.
Hideous Headless Highlander.
Yeah,
yes.
it's good.
OJ.
I can just make them appear anytime I want to.
I think
Don't tell him.
I think he wanted Peter Vaughan Clark to say at one point the sixth sheep. Was it the sixth sheep sick?
Oh, I'm sorry
Six
I
sheep.
got told I
No, it
was
was one was bullying yobbos. I wish we weren't quite so non-violent.
Well, you managed to say it.
I know now. I
After
can say
30
it.
years of practice, I think you just about
Well, we
cracked
kept
it.
the film crew waiting in Turnham Green for about 4 months, didn't we? While I was trying to get the line out.
We'll spread
That's when they all started pointing to their watches. Overtime, overtime,
Yeah,
overtime.
exactly. Yeah.
How long have you been able to do this, to summon them up like that?
Oh, he was summoning up devils, he was saying, wasn't
Came
it?
to me gradually. I tried it first on Daisy the chambermaid.
Go on, Andy.
I wonder why she had a smile on her face.
rascal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought he was the quiet ones are always the worst. You see,
Exactly.
Devil's work.
Dad,
No, now you listen to me. I brought you up to be God-fearing. It pains me you no longer see fit to go to church, but I respect your doubts.
So what are you doing now then, Nigel?
Yeah, you mean... You put it away, Nigel.
What are you up to these days?
God, that nothing like this will ever happen again. And now we'll pray together.
No, playing a band now.
Cool.
So,
What's their name?
Aerial Device.
Aerial Device.
Yeah. And
What kind of music's rock?
indie rock.
Indie rock. What's that then?
It's
Speaking to
Yeah.
no ABBA.
no, basically it was like
Flintlock.
independent
That's my thing.
independent labels brought out their own types of music. They went
Right.
in another route away from the majors, and it was just coined indie rock because of all these independent record companies that were doing it. And now it's just coined a type of music. It's not that we're on an indie label or anything.
The band knows that you're in the Tomorrow People then, do they?
They do, yes.
Yeah, they all wear skirts. It's part of the act. They wear kilts, you know.
No, they do. They all know now. Yeah. It was my bass player who actually found out about the convention that I went to.
Right. Yeah, that was in the paper.
Yeah, where I
Yeah.
was rediscovered after 25
Anyway, back to the
years.
Tomorrow
in
People.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't want to spoil it for you, but the first episode's finished now.
Yeah, it's all over.
It's very
Oh,
good.
look,
Oh,
praise
look,
it.
here we go, the praying now.
And Elizabeth's back in her wig again. I thought she'd got rid of the wig by then.
It's a better wig than before.
Yeah.
But then she loses the wig altogether later on.
Yeah, she does.
Observation post the American scientists have set up to spot and film the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, I'm such for a monster.
Where
come
did
and
you
help
film
me?
this? Where was the castle? Do you remember where the castle was filmed?
It was somewhere like Salisbury or somewhere weird like that. I'm sure it was. I
Was it
can't-
as far as that? Long way to go for locations. Normally
Yeah.
Teddington or Teddington High Street,
Exactly,
isn't it?
with the, as long enough for the leads.
Sure it wasn't the gents at Hampton Court Palace, that day? That's Thames, surely, isn't it?
Oh, you had to ride a bike as well.
Oh, yes.
That looks like Teddington. Is that a river? Yes. Must be the Thames.
Go on, Andrew.
Do you remember
Get
any
up
of the
that hill.
bit of the?
I remember this. I remember that we lost the Loch Ness Monster after one take because it sunk.
What you actually had that?
We had a massive.
I thought it was just another clip from an old.
No, we had a massive fiberglass like Nessie, and
Yeah.
they took it out. It got one shot and then it sunk.
Oh God! As it would do, really.
Yeah, excellent. But
Loch Ness.
I can't remember where the
Expedition.
hell we filmed that actually. Good grief.
Well, that's
can I come in?
Sure, Kim.
Professor Gale,
In the hotel.
Yeah, she was really
Maya.
nice.
She was
I
just
remember
played by
her.
Jennifer Watts.
Yeah, I remember her. She was really cool.
Have you seen the Kelpie yet?
The guys in the background don't really
The
do much, do they?
Oh, yes. That's what you locals call the monster, isn't it? No, we haven't.
Those lovely trim phones we used to have in those days, do you remember?
Oh yeah, well that's really nice. Isn't it?
A good parrot could always imitate the noise of the telephone.
To have except us.
You stay long enough and you'll see him.
Yeah, but time is the enemy.
Ah, look,
If we don't
Nigel's
strike
in
right
love.
by the end of
I
the
know.
night, we're gonna lose our nature friend.
I love the way all our clothes are just brand new.
Yeah.
You've been riding around in the Scottish Highlands for
True, yeah.
3 months and
By the
it's
end of this
not a
week,
patch on it.
Convincing proof that it really exists. We're gonna lose our grant. and
This
we'll
would have
to
been
go home.
1978,
78,
79, 78,
Something
79.
Definitely.
Can I stay and watch?
78.
Yeah, why not?
I've been officially told it's 78.
I'd like to.
Thank you from the
Here,
control
do you wanna
room.
Look through the glasses.
Merci beaucoup.
Big old
I
pair.
have to adjust
Take your
the
gloves
eyepiece
off.
for you. Now tell me when
Yeah,
you
take the cap
look at
off.
a picture like looking through a telescope.
Why have you got your gloves on?
That's it.
I know, that's what I said.
How can you focus with your
take
gloves?
off.
Yeah.
Powerful.
So
Must be chilly.
he doesn't leave any forensic evidence, I think.
Ah,
That's
So he doesn't leave any DNA,
We do that when you want
so
to
his
check
genes
the
can't be interfered
rest
with.
of the time we search
Mind, he's
for
wearing a
live
kilt in this
food.
one, so it'll be
On the
difficult.
lookout for anything unusual. It might just be your
it's quite
kind.
weird because you're allowed throughout from this episode to get this hotel back on track, and the Tomorrow People actually kind of like come on board, kind of like fake it. It's like, I thought the Tomorrow People couldn't do things like that, like illegal and
There you are, you
deception.
see.
Yeah.
There you are, see, the moment I arrived, everything goes out the window. We do anything now.
Watch while I eat. Can I keep watch as well then?
Yeah,
Can I watch?
Go on,
Can I
Andy.
watch?
Go on, Andy, do your bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Come on.
What do
Look
you
at the
think you're up to?
concentration.
That's very good.
Look at that skin.
Excellent piece of acting.
Oh,
There you.
look, there it is.
There you are, see?
Nice.
That was look at that.
In chronic need of Viagra, I would say.
Oh, look.
It's not too bad.
It's higher.
Yes, it's,
Oh,
feeling, it's feeling
nearly
playful.
going.
Pictures of it quick.
And it's sunk.
Yeah, I think it's sunk probably just after
Oh,
that
listen to the
shot.
old 16mm film running
Yeah.
through the.
Oh,
They've all clocked it.
Oh.
You have to eat off trays now, do you? Because you can't eat at the table.
yeah,
He's got his
yeah,
balls
yeah,
there,
I
isn't he? His
suppose so,
balls are
yeah.
covering up.
I did say the balls would get in the way.
Get in the
didn't I?
way.
What I saw.
Will you eat your newspaper now, John?
Oh, Saki.
Well, how was it with you? Well, with me, it was like a moving picture of the Loch Ness Monster, except that I was actually looking at it.
That's exactly how it seemed to me.
Me too. Well, we all saw it, just as in the dream, except this time we were all awake.
Someone or something.
You would have thought all of you would have known by now that there was another Tomorrow person. You've been
Well,
through this before.
Yeah, you've
Roger
done
was
some of
obviously
this.
You
dragging
thought you would
this
have
out.
rumbled this. I think someone's breaking out.
Now the Loch Ness Monster. It's got to be Scotland.
Yeah.
Clever,
Hey,
yeah.
deduction.
Very astute, Michael.
Oh,
He's happy with his lens in the background, wasn't he?
You sneaky little weasel.
Of course, I've just clocked what's going on here. You've created this image, haven't you? It's not real
Yes,
at all.
yeah, that's
No.
right.
Yeah.
There you go, see?
Moe.
Lovely.
Alcohol again.
Here's to us.
Do you think they'd have alcohol in kids' programmes
And don't
today?
you-
I don't
No.
think they would they? Wouldn't be allowed.
Not now.
No.
And her assistants don't dare say
Especially not-
cheers because it'd be a different fee structure, wouldn't it?
Promoting another TV show.
To spot the creature. Father'd be proud of you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no, he won't.
Oh, he'll be
Oh,
absolutely
yes, he will.
ecstatic.
You're going to get in a right load of grief.
Oh, listen to the dial on the telephone. It's
Excellent.
not even buttons.
Fabulous.
There is considerable excitement in Fleet
Oh,
Street.
go on, Phil.
The press wires are humming with the news of the American expedition you read about, John.
Oh, look,
has
our lava
actually
lamp's
sighted
working now.
and photographed the Loch Ness Monster. That would have been about the same time that you all saw it, a few minutes ago.
Actually, it does look very clean, the lab, the new
It does,
version,
doesn't it? It looks like a service station.
It's a lot less messy than when he was
McDonald's.
bits were dangling.
That expedition might have broken out into a tomorrow plan.
That's exactly what I thought.
And whenever they get excited,
Took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And then did God knows what with them.
Did you corpse a lot through the lines of Sutai? Did they,
No, we just waited for the final. and then we thought, time
to
for our
say
To
line.
something.
speak. But I don't know if you've clocked it, but now there's a reaffirmation of her line now with one of the Tomorrow people when she speaks. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've clocked that.
I know, I haven't.
Elizabeth just
we could be sharing their
reaffirmed her statement.
Oh,
just
I see.
then,
Just so
just to
get
clarify.
the point across. Yeah.
So things like, you mean,
Uh,
you
Yeah.
say,
Expedition is tomorrow plus. How do we get in touch with these Americans, Tim?
Yeah, well,
Because obviously Nigel
go.
wouldn't remember Tim being suspended from the ceiling,
No.
would he? Because
Well, I
you joined
remember
us
it when I watched
Yeah,
it.
you
but
watched
yeah,
it.
he was
Yeah.
on the
Press
he was on the
Dr.
floor.
G. Mayer, staying at the Castle Hotel, Loch Ness. I
here
can't
we
get
go.
the hotel on the phone. All the lines are jammed by reporters trying to get through.
Well, we have one advantage over the reporters. They can't jaunt. We can be in Scotland before they can dial it on their phone.
what a terrible move.
still got the jaunting wristbands, haven't you?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
When do you go back to the belts?
We never did.
You don't, do you?
No.
No.
That's a shame.
Bands.
Hello, yes.
Sequins.
No, I know nothing at all about it.
So you've never had the privilege of standing like that, other than
No,
that?
no, I did. I did when I went round to see
Careful what you're
Jackie
going to say
Clark.
now.
Jackie
Oh,
Clark, who does the scrapbook, she's got one.
Oh,
hasn't
that's
she?
what
So
she
I had
made
to-
it.
Yeah,
she made it.
Excellent. So I have worn one.
Oh, look at that!
Go on, Dominic. Go on.
marvellous.
All your son's fault.
Come here, you little sod. Get me
You can't please him. I mean, he was empty hotel 1 minute. He's got a full hotel the next.
I know.
I mean, really, why is he moaning?
Oh, you know you're going to get a beating.
Oh yeah.
Take your gloves off. No. All right, leave them on.
Were you worried about the hair on the palm of your hand showing or something?
Quite impressive, isn't it?
It's a nice castle.
Where was that? Where was that shot?
There's a car coming fast.
It wasn't as
A
far
car
as...
coming fast or fast to get out?
Here we go.
Very good stuff.
Well,
Very nice jacket.
They still make the Range Rover as well. They were not the only thing left over from the 70s.
And we've got nice coats there, Nick.
Yeah.
We must have got an increase in the
budget.
It's scurrilous. It's scurrilous. I was sent to
That's right.
Just
it was the money.
Pants
It was
for
the
£5.
It was the money we saved on PVC salary.
That's right, it went on to costumes.
that enabled me to have a dressing gown.
That's right. That's probably very true.
I'm sorry about that, Mr.
It's definitely a Mr. Hudson performance, for those of you who remember the upstairs downstairs.
It is, isn't it?
Splendid news, Dr. Mayor.
Isn't it?
It is very
Yes,
similar,
Mrs.
isn't it?
Bridges, I'm afraid you can't do that, Mrs. Bridges.
He was in The Professionals. What was his name, that actor?
Gordon Jackson.
Gordon Jackson, that's right. But that's not Gordon Jackson for the listeners. That's Dominic Allen.
He said he'd bring us luck and he did. More than that, he was the first to spot the creature.
Dr. Mayor, are you sure you saw it? Shouldn't you be more careful before you broadcast the news? You know what newspapers are?
I saw it with my own eyes, Mr. Ford.
That sign on the desk there looks a tiny bit superfluous, doesn't it?
I told them over the phone from the observation point. Every major newspaper and TV station.
Terrific.
Not a wee bit hasty, Dr. Mayor?
Ooh, Andy's skulking around in the background.
Yeah.
He's gone to get his guitar.
I think you're doing, Andrew, producing large monsters for people to have a look at.
Well, Dr. Mayor, should you not see them developed before you make too much of it?
Exactly.
Have to be taken
Yeah.
to a special laboratory in Edinburgh to be processed.
Why?
So then we have to guard them with our lives.
I'm sure you and your colleagues would like a wee celebration. As guests, of course, you can drink in a hotel.
Those guys are the
Going to
hardest technicians I've ever seen.
Quiet as technicians.
Going to the
Quietest
bar.
and hardest. They're always at work. That's not right.
I think to be realistic, they should go on strike in about 5 minutes, shouldn't they, really?
Yeah, that's right.
Here comes Angus. Angus
go.
Macduff.
Yeah.
He's played by Bill Gavin.
Yes, of course, to celebrate. The first drink is on the house.
Did you have him on your books as well?
What's for celebration drink?
I'm afraid we have work to do.
Okay, but when
I've got to beat my son for half
Yes.
Yes.
You're going to thrash him within an inch of his life.
Here we go.
was you, Andrew, wasn't it?
Grab.
Oh, I see what you mean. He gets a bit...
Oh, he does.
Is that his real... It is his real beard, isn't it? It looks quite
Yeah.
real.
See
Yeah.
some sign of the Kelpie before then?
I thought we'd agreed there'd be no more.
Kelpie?
Yeah.
Is that the
that was
Scottish...
his, that was his, yeah, that was Andrew's term for the monster.
Yeah.
I'd rather sell it 100 times over. I'd sooner pull it down.
Then you sell your soul to the devil.
Yeah, you say that now, Daddykins, but later on...
Your will, boy. You can't help yourself any longer. You're going to have to be punished, boy. God will punish you.
Dad, please!
That is real fear.
I bet it was, yeah.
Don't chuck
Big
me down the
bloke.
Is that
stairs,
Dad,
Dad.
please punish me, or Dad, please don't punish me?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to put you somewhere where you can't get up to any more of your devilish tricks.
No, Father, please don't.
It's not you I'm locking away, Andrew.
Struggle
It's
acting.
the devil that's got hold of your mind.
No, Father, don't put me down here, please.
I need to drink. What are you complaining about?
You can't just get sloshed.
Please. I won't do it again.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
BCU.
See that at the end of the first episode.
I'm in trouble.
Well, I enjoyed that.
Oh,
Did you enjoy that?
That was very, very strange to watch, yeah, but no, that was cool.
Have you seen it all the way through before, Nigel?
No,
it's
I've-
weird,
I've-
isn't it?
Did
I
you not
haven't
watch it when it
seen-
was out the first time?
No, I was doing another show when I finished the Tomorrow People and then went
Oh, were you?
film
It
something
was a big
else.
time.
So I didn't really get to see all of them. But
Bastard de Grand
you will
Temps,
today.
yeah, I will today. Definitely.
You're
And
gonna
of course,
watch
this is
all
directed
that.
by Mr. Vic Hughes.
Had he got his parking ticket at this point? Do we know?
Yes, I got it here. Funny you should ask it. Here it is, look. The very parking ticket he got upset about.
That as well.
Scientific
Dr.
advisor.
Christopher Evans, did he actually come in? Was he hanging around a lot like he did in the first time? Or was he just
And
a name?
I'm surprised he's even still alive, because I know he died while we were making it.